Hey yo, what's up everybody? Morph here. Yup, that's right. We got new demon wedges coming to Duet Night Abyss. As the OG wedge guy, I'm gonna take a look at what the new wedges are gonna give us. Is this gonna be enough to entice the community to come back, heavy grind the game, myself included? Will I start to heavy grind Duet Night Abyss once again? I'm pretty sure I will because it's finally Electro time! Alright, let's go. New wedges, we get the Sword Shadow Bloom. Charge attack, sword weapon. Interesting, you make sword shadows that explode on impact or upon vanishing. I wonder if there's gonna be multiple swords, if it's just 2, if it's 3. Is it 7 swords? That would be kinda cool. In a large AoE, deals double the damage. It's purple. Okay, that's kinda cool. Here we go. We are getting Electro wedges. This, of course, I took a little sneak peek at this document and I was surprised that it was Electro. I really thought we were getting Hydro wedges and instead of Electro, but I'm not complaining. I rather get Electro than Hydro. We are getting some Serpent's Spectrum. The centerpiece, middle piece, skill range, the biggest weakness of the class. This is huge, right? The reason why this is huge is because this allows us to remove the Structo from all the builds of Electro, needing less or getting more stats out of weapons instead of having to rely on the Structo for fixing the skill range. The purple one already gives us 72% skill range with a 37 plus tolerance cap. There's probably a gold version of this. There's always going to be a gold version. We are also getting a Serpent's Volition, skill intensity plus 48%. So there is a Volition set. That is kind of scary. That's kind of scary depending on what character you're gonna build. Characters that don't really rely on skill range, on Electro, will not need the centerpiece on skill range. That's kind of nuts that they're giving us skill range center wedges. This one might actually be worth upgrading to max. Alright, Fafnir Fervor. Okay, we're getting new purple. It's not gold though. I hope there's gold versions of this. But new purple wedges that's gonna help our range weapons. In fact, after defeating an enemy, the character gains movement speed. Not really that great. Slide speed, not too good, but whatever. It's at least a new thing. Alright, for every 30 instances of range attack damage dealt. So after 30 bullets, with any weapon, the character gains melee weapon damage plus 60%. Okay, this is meta. This is gonna be meta. This is going to be a very important wedge to get. And if you have this on a weapon like Wyvern's Call, the Electro one, this is for that Electro rifle right here. It will further increase your melee weapon damage. So Rhythm Katana builds, I've been saying in the past that is going to be the meta build for Rhythm, for bossing or whatever. Yeah, this is going to be very, very good. Also for Yuming and whatever other character that can equip good weapon damage. W, this is huge. This one's really good. Fafnir's Reversal. I like that. Fafnir's Decay. Dealing range weapon damage while above 35% HP with any weapon causes the character to lose 10% of their HP. Triggers once every 1 second. I guess this can be something. It is leaning more towards being able to run Resolve for your Electro characters or for whatever character that you're gonna. It doesn't have to be Electro, it can be for any character. If you want to build them with Resolve, it looks like it can work now when you're dealing range weapon damage. Interesting. This is actually pretty interesting if you ask me. This might enable Truffle's healing and buffing to be kind of relevant for range weapon builds. I low-key kinda like this. But then you kinda take away from your... I guess this can be good for anemos who have high resolve. It could be interesting. Alright, here we have the opposite, soul siphoning, defeating an enemy at or below the character's level. I don't know what this means. I think it just means defeating an enemy. This whole below the character's level doesn't matter. It restores 6 sanity. That's kind of cool. That kind of might make it so that you don't need to run Fushu. You might not need to, you know, like characters that have heavy consumption of sanity, like let's say the ultimate of... what's the girl's name? Fina? You might not need a battery. This could be your battery. You just run a range build with her and it can work out. It's kind of nice too. Soul Siphon. Interesting. Fafnir Flux. When dealing damage to an enemy at or below... okay, just ignore that. The final damage... whoa. This is meta. This is gonna be the meta... another meta thing that you're gonna need to add to your weapon. Yo, this kinda low-key makes a lot of guns kinda broken. Now, don't get me... okay, you remember the Submariner gun that deals like poo-poo damage? This, if you increase it by 12 times the damage of the poo-poo damage, even if it's just one bullet, that's huge. This is a massive buff to ranged weapons. W. Alright, Fafnir's Curse. When dealing damage to an enemy at or below... just whatever, just on the level. It's just enemy. There's a 50% chance to return it into a stationary oil barrel. What? Turn it into a what? Huh? A stationary oil barrel. The next time it takes damage, it is defeated instantly and deals smash damage equal to 720% of the character's attack to nearby enemies. Yo! These are cool! Okay, wow! Damn! That is really interesting. Oh, if you combine this with the smash damage wedges, there are smash damage wedges, by the way, for range attacks. This is kinda fun. This is a fun thing to build. Yo, I'm excited for the range weapons. Not even capping. Not even like... no, this is not like fake plays. I'm actually legit excited to like play this. Flux and Curse look really fun. Soul Siphon is interesting, I guess, for like sanity regen. Decay is also opening Resolve up to other elements. Reversal. Melee damage increase. And the Flux one's a really cool one. But this one that transforms them into a barrel, that's kind of cool. Alright. So here we go. We have new wedges for... oh no. Does that mean I have to farm up my freaking maze this month? No! Alright, we're getting melee consonance weapon upgrades for the melee consonance characters. I think there's only one. Or I don't know if there's two, but I know there's one. Yeah, okay. We're getting Eldritch Cerberus Fervor. Basically, the effect is if a normal attack does not crit, you will crit the next time. I mean, that's okay. It's not bad. I mean, we already have this kind of... I mean, there's a new one that we'll have to get. I hope it's not going to be more freaking... I hope it's not more maze farming. Alright. Eldritch Cerberus Respite. Charge attacks. Okay. Restore 20 sanity. This effect can trigger at most once every 5 seconds. This can be kind of good. I can see it working out for some characters. Eldritch Cerberus Drop Shot, Plunge Damage, and Plunging Speed. Does this mean... did this tease us already? Because I'm not informed about Yumming or Yuming or Yumming the Yumming. Is he a consonance weapon character? That might mean I need to farm up my maze and I'm gonna hate it. Yo, okay, I might do that this next 4 days. We'll do it. We'll do it. Alright, plunge damage and plunging attack speed. Okay, it's gonna be important. Eldritch Cerberus Blitz Flash Strike. Sliding attack damage and sliding attack speed. Kinda cool. There are like gonna be there is gonna be an upgrade to sliding wedges, I think. I think it's for dual wield. There is a build for that. It'll be kinda interesting to see how that plays out. Eldritch Cerberus Impact Threshold. What does this do? Normal attack damage plus 80%. Oh, this is big. This is important. Holy, this is really good. Alright, this is really good. Normal attack damage plus 80%. And then you combine it with attack range plus 1. That's a really good melee consonance weapon right there. The problem is you want more range with your attacks. So like just imagine what's that little girl called again? The one that looks like Eris. What's her name again? No, I'm blanking. Anyway, oh my god, I've been gone too long. That girl with the big sword, she gonna hit a lot more people. It's gonna be kind of cool seeing that. Eldritch Cerberus Trammel Impetus. Attack plus trigger probability. That's kind of cool. Alright, here we go. The gold melee weapon, that weapon wedges that I'm highly interested in. We get in full bloom. I don't know which weapon this is. Upgrading the dual blade sliding attack into a lethal dash, slashing through enemies in your path for 200% increased overall damage of the standard attack. Okay. Fenrir's Endless Blade. What's this one? Attack speed increase. Oh, this one's also attack speed increase. Plus 20% effect. Upgrades the greatsword normal attacks to unleash 3 sword waves upon final hit, cleaving through enemies in your path for 200% increased overall damage of the standard attack. Wasn't it already 200%? Wasn't it already double damage? I guess maybe now it's times 4. I don't really know how much multiplier it is, but from what I know, it used to be double already. So is this times 4 or times 3? I'm not sure. Fenrir's Commanding Thrust. This is one of my favorite ones. Gives you attack range plus 0.8. The effect is upgrades a polearm normal attack to summon phantom spears that strike the target, dealing triple the damage of the standard attack. So this one is actually really cool. Commanding Thrust is very, very nice. It makes it into a nice big AoE thing. You already have Threshold built into this, and then with added Threshold, it's gonna deal better. And now it deals triple the damage. That is nice of a standard attack. W, this is a nice one. I'm most likely gonna build around this, and that might mean I need to get that, or whatever that spear is that I have to get right now, or the Jade weapon. Alright, Feathered Serpent Spectrum. Here's the, whoa, holy, 132% increase of skill range with just the center wedge. That is worth 20 track shift modules. I might go double up on this thing. I might even craft this one as well. 88% skill intensity, and this is the center wedge. That's crazy. Alright, that's a W wedge. Okay. Yo, we are getting, oh my god, range weapon love. I love to see it. Lilith fold over dexterity, multi-shot plus reload speed. Even more multi-shot. Let's go. It is just a little bit more. It's 21% more, I think. Multi-shot was at 100%, I believe. So this is a nice addition, I guess. And you have Fafnir's dexterity. This is already in the game, and you should be farming this, as well as Rain of Quiver. You should be farming this, and we might have to start farming it today, as early as today, I think Duet Night Abyss might be back on my diet. Lilith Arrow Abundance. Maximum arrow plus ammo conversion rate. Oh, that's kind of nice. I dig this too. This is a W wedge right here for even more max ammo for my other build. I think that additional 20% might just make it so that it's infinitely shooting without having to add that other arrow wedge to my build. Okay, that's kind of cool. Lilith's Celerity Quiver. Yo, this one's huge. This is probably the best wedge right now. Attack speed is at 110%. We already have Celerity. Now, if this works differently from Celerity, if you can add this on top of Celerity, I think range weapons are gonna be it. Range weapons might just be it. I think it might be it, guys. It will be the meta. Low-key, I think it will be. You're getting mag capacity increase plus 165% on top of a max ammo increase. That's really good. Alright. Okay, Lilith's Focus Coercion. This is new. What is this coercion thing? Crit chance, projectile explosion range. It's a win. This patch is gonna be a win. Holy, that's really cool. Lilith's range converge. Crit damage and increasing your beam length. Okay, for the beam weapons in the game. I get it. So that you can reach further and the AO, it like bounces around more. Crit damage 220%. Wow. Whoa, this is awesome. Yo, there's okay. I think I'm back, boys. Changeling's Volition. Pan's Volition. I knew it was gonna be a thing. We need 10 of Pan's Volition just to craft this thing. That's gonna be rough. Alright, Phoenix Blaze. This one is... We have a lot of this. We already have a lot of this. Pan's Volition. We don't have a lot of this, but we will have a lot of this. Alright, Siren. Okay, let's see it. That's for the Changelings. What does the Changeling even do? This one is for even more skill damage and minus damage received. Okay, 88% skill damage. This one's the morale version. Okay, 66% morale to self and allies with max sanity. We might have to craft both of these again. I think we will have to craft both of these. Oh my god. Alright, Siren's Wing Inspo Volition. Max sanity, skill efficiency, damage received, plus the 88% skill intensity to self when skill efficiency is above 130. Huge. This one, it's basically the same thing. Siren's Wing Inspo Morale, 66% morale to self and allies. Electro meta has arrived. Thank God. Psyche's getting dethroned by Zilyu, by Yuming, by all the Electros. Thank you, Duet Night Abyss. And with that, we've reached the end of the Demon Wedge update. What do you guys think? I think that holy guacamole babaloli, it's gonna be a good 1.2. I'm back. I am hyped. I am stoked. I am looking forward to this one. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it got you excited. 1.2. Let's go. If you like more, hit that sub. And of course, I already said subscribe, but subscribe! And I'll see you all on the next video. Peace.